right, good afternoon. Hello, everybody. I am trying something a little different. I realize that there are several staff members out today and just wanted to have an opportunity to give you an abridged version of the faculty meeting that will happen this afternoon. And so I want to just start with the goals of the meeting. We were going to have Greystone give you an update about construction. The good news is that that building is coming down. It was finally approved by DSA, and so we can anticipate in the next month the English wing to be demoed. So that's excellent news. Continue to work with Carol Siska on the specifics to your program and your facilities if you have additional questions. An additional goal of our meeting today was to celebrate our individual and collective successes, and part of our conversation today was going to be able to hear from Naomi and Ken about our IB program, be able to hear from Annika and Bernard about the success on the math and the Casey section. Also hear from Dominic about the growth of technology on our campus. Andrea was going to share some thoughts about AVID. If you don't know, they're on their Southern California trip starting today. We were going to hear from the English department, and if I could just speak to this, because they're actually out today at a program improvement meeting, I just want to thank them for their participation in the work with Kate Kinsella this year, and also a couple of the members work with the UC Berkeley Literacy Project. They really opened themselves up to collaboration and new ideas and strengthening ideas and strategies that already currently exist. So I just want to say thank you. Also, Joyce from our college and career was going to share acceptance rates and where students are off to. Michelle was going to share some information about student leadership and the growth of that program. And Sharon was also going to share some notables from the special ed department. There's also going to be a change in the final schedule, so just be paying attention to your email. Kim will be sending out that information. And then by the time you guys get this video, we would have recognized Naomi Tuitt for the Teacher of the Year award. She has far exceeded the criteria that we outlined, and she's actually going to be given an Elmo and a teacher plaque. And what we're going to do is the administration set the criteria this year and wanted to recognize Naomi, and kind of from here on out we'll call it the Tuitt Award. But in years to come, the faculty will be nominating the Teacher of the Year based on that criteria. But we want to just really honor her work and her commitment to Cappuccino. And next, I just want to talk a little bit about one of the final goals of the meeting, and that was basically to regenerate a sense of hope in our collective efforts to do what is best for students and our professional working space. And in my own reflections, I came across this quote, and if I can just share it with you. Sorry about that. Minor interruption. If I could just share with you this quote. It says, hopelessness is one of the most effective barriers to seeking or participating in the change process. Hope is certainly no universal solvent, but it is one of the necessary spurs to initiating change. When you hear yourself concluding that an individual or a setting is beyond repair, you have automatically ruled out doing something about it. You sustain, indeed reinforce, a bad situation by accepting reality. Your reality is not everybody's reality. And I just want to acknowledge that there might be a sense on campus of hopelessness, and I just want to encourage us as a faculty to continue to see the glass half full and not half empty. There were a couple of themes that were presented to me as far as concerns from the faculty, and I want to just kind of summarize some of those themes that came up. And one being communication communication between myself and the faculty, or the admin and the faculty, feeling safe, um, feeling heard, listening, and having an opportunity to share ideas. Identifying the game plan. What is it that we're going to do? What's the action? What's the product that we're moving towards? And finally, kind of feeling inspired and validated. And so I want to just acknowledge that those were some of the themes that were shared with me, and I want to take full responsibility for what is. I'm not here to challenge. I'm not here to invalidate anybody's concerns or feelings. I'm here to really talk about how do we move forward, how do we grow together. I am most interested in concrete solutions. There were a couple of things that I think in my short time of reflecting, obviously I don't have a step 1 to 10 plan to solve all the problems, but in my short time of reflecting, implementing kind of weekly emails and communiques with the faculty about kind of what's going on, establishing a formal meeting time with part-time teachers, more FaceTime with teachers and departments. One of our big goals, and I've already started the draft of this and we'll be sharing it with the school leadership team in the next couple of days, and the school site council members, as well as a backwards map plan as far as our school goals. What are we going to be about? The what, the rationale, the timeline, the potential challenges, the benchmarks, how do we determine if what we're trying to do is successful, and then an opportunity for you to provide feedback on that plan. And so I'm really happy that I believe this document is going to help connect the dots for everybody, help us see where we're going in the next year or two. And so I'm really happy to move in that direction. We need to build more capacity in the area of shared decision making, and be able to talk honestly about your expectations of me and also my expectations of you, and how we work together. I'm ultimately interested in us working together. I've used several analogies in my head to kind of capture just kind of where we are, where I see that we are, and it's really about growing pains. Another analogy I came up with is kind of, for lack of a better way to put it, is the labor before the baby. Sometimes it gets tough right before the results, the positive results, show up. If you don't know me, I love basketball, and right now we're in the playoffs, and you'll hear the commentators and the analysts say, it's a game of adjustments. It's not about who's better, because they're all professionals. It's really about how we adjust to the challenges and the tasks that are presented to us. And so that's an analogy that sits at the forefront of my mind. And so I believe we can get through this together if we remain open, we remain in a place where we can share, again, concrete solutions. I'm open to hear those concrete solutions, so that we can make this a better place for our students. And so I just hope that you hear my heart. Obviously it's hard to talk through a video and really capture, my own sentiment about what I'm saying, but I feel it deeply, and I will continue to reflect. I was able to look at some research around just team building and the necessary components that it takes to have a team function effectively. The research, his name is Patrick Lencioni, and so the faculty would actually get a table that kind of outlines qualities of teamwork, and so it shows where we are on the left, and then it shows where we need to grow on the right. You'll get a copy of this in your box, and so I'm going to hold myself accountable to making sure we move from the left category to the right category. So in the end, this is again, like I said, a snapshot of what will be done today at the faculty meeting. At our final faculty meeting, we will share with you the backwards map plan. We've set it up into kind of two categories. There is an instructional category, and then there is kind of the social-emotional support and everything we're doing in those two areas, so that you can see kind of the full plan mapped out. We will revisit our conversation around the school goal, just so we can have final consensus consensus around that, or if there, I know there is a need to talk about additional measures, but as far as kind of the driving force or the big picture vision, we want to just make sure we bring closure to that. So that's our video faculty meeting. I hope you enjoy it, and I'm open to your responses, either in person, via email. I'm open. So thank you for listening, and have a great day.